Hello awesome people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Solomon and thank you very much for clicking. In today's video we are looking at how to design a wedding invitation card and also save the date flyer in Adobe Photoshop. So if you are interested in something like this, make sure you give me a like, subscribe to the channel if it is your first time here, and hit the post notification bell so that anytime that we upload a new video you are going to get notified. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So Ctrl plus N to create a new document as always, and then we are going to select A5 and click on create. So the aim of this flyer or this invitation is to print it out at the end of the day. So this is the canvas that we are going to use. Okay, then with the help of the rectangle tool, so when you come to your left side here, you are going to see this rectangle tool. I'm going to click and drag this big rectangle over here and fill it with this amazing colors. So here is the color code if you want to follow along. Then from here I'll go to my source files and I'm going to click and drag this noise background into Photoshop. Okay, and I will scale it to fit everywhere. Then I will change the blending mode from normal to overlay and reduce the opacity to maybe 10 to 15%. So you can choose a figure that you like. I will select both of them, that both layer, and click on Ctrl plus G to group them, and I can name this one as my background. Okay, then from here I'm going to click on this lock button here to lock this background so that it's not going to disturb me. I'll go to my source file again and I'm going to bring in this flower. Okay, so click and drag and I'm going to position this guy over here, but before that I'm going to add a color overlay like this one onto this flower over here. So I'll go to FX over here and then I'm going to add a gradient overlay. To achieve a good design, make sure you use complementary colors, okay, and contrast colors so that the element or your text is going to pop and make it clear for everyone to read it. So I'm going to use a gradient like this one. So you can see I have 1 2 3 4 5. Let me open one of these for you guys to see. This is the first color code that I'm using and this is the second color code. Please, if you want to follow along, make sure you pause the video to copy the color code. Okay, then you create additional 3. It is the same color that I use here and the same color that I'm using over here. And you can click on this new to save it so you can use it later. I'll click on okay, and I'm going to position this guy over here. Ctrl J to make a duplicate, or let's click and drag this one to the plus sign over here to make a duplicate. Then I'm going to move this guy all the way here. Then I'll right click on it, or before that make sure you click on Ctrl plus T or go to edit and select free transform. Then right click and we flip horizontal. Okay, so let's flip horizontal and boom, there we have it. Alright, then from here I'll go back to my source file again and I have this amazing design over here. I'm going to make this one very small and I'm going to position it over here, so I'll still make it small a bit. Then I'll double click to accept changes, and with the help of the rectangle tool over here, that's the ellipse tool, I'm going to draw an ellipse. Okay, and then I'm going to move this guy all over here and reduce the size a bit. Alright, then for me I'll select both layers and I'm going to click on this one to align to the center, but before that make sure you're on the move tool to achieve this result. Okay, then from here I can start in adding my text. So I have this first text that I would like to add. Then with the help of the text tool, I'm going to just paste in my text and I'm going to use this gradient that we have here. I think we use the gradient over here, so let's do the same thing. We can just copy the gradient that we have over here, so we can hold down the Alt key, click and drag this one onto this. Okay, and we are going to apply the gradient. I'll make it a bit larger. Alright, then I'll make another duplicate over here. Then I'm going to change the text in this one as well, and let's make both of them a bit larger. So from here you have to spend some time to position it how you want it to be. Okay, so you can see how I have this one. So let's position this guy here and this one here as well. So then from here I will select both of them, Ctrl T for free transform, and rotate it a bit. Alright, Then from here, with the help of the text tool, I'm going to type end, okay, and then I'm going to make it a bit bigger, and I'll move this guy over here, and also I can maintain this text or also change it to a different one. So let's try a different text. So I think I'll go with something like this, and then I'm going to apply the gradient on this one as well. From here, with the help of the text tool, I have a text here to copy, so I'll just copy that and paste in the text, and then I'm going to change this one to this font that I have here called Best Font Best Life. So you can download that and also use it in your designs. So I'll select the Best Life font over here, and you can see how amazing this font is. Okay, all right, so from here I'm going to quickly add all those informations like this one, okay, and I'll be back soon. All right, so if you add all these amazing tests, this is how it's going to look like. So let's quickly add these ones, and then I'll also fast forward the other ones as well. So with the help of the test tool, I have the test already typed here, so I'll just copy this test, and then I'm going to paste in this, okay, and Control T for free transform, and I'll make this one very big, okay, and I'll change this font to Rosalinda, so Control, and I'll change this font to Rosalinda, okay. So let me just select the font over here. So this is the font that I'm using. Control T for free transform, and I'm going to make it big like this one. Then then I'm going to copy the layer style from here, so we can right click on the layer, okay, and copy the layer style. Then when we select this layer, we can also paste the layer style on it, okay. So I'll just paste the layer style on it just like this, okay. Then I can also use the same text to write their names over here. So let's say the first name is Daniel, so I'll just paste in that, and then I'll click on accept changes, move this guy over here, then go back to my document and copy this text as well. Then with the help of the text tool, I'm going to also paste in this one as well. Click on this to accept changes, and I'll make this one big. I'll use the open sound font for this one, but I'll go with a bold version. So let's go with the extra bold, okay, and I'm going to position this guy over here. Then I will do the same thing for the lady by changing this one. All right, then from here I'll copy this text as well, that's the end, and also I would like to paste some of the fonts on this one, okay. So let's turn on this gradient, and in between this one is going to be a small text, okay. So this is the text that we are going to use over here. So I'll just paste in that text, and voila, you can see where we are now. So quickly I'm going to also add these small text, okay. I'm just going to draw a shape and then paste in this other text, okay. That's the date, the location, and also if we have a code, we can add all of them, okay. Okay, so basically you see that I draw a shape, and then I added a gradient on this one, and also I wrote this one and draw the shape as well to achieve this result. Okay, then from here I'll go to my source file again, and I'm going to move this guy over here, okay, and I'll move it all the way down over here as well. And I want a lot of this to show, so I'm going to make it a bit small. Double click to accept changes, so Control plus O, and voila, you can see the end result that we just designed this wedding invitation card, okay. So quickly let me show you how you can design the save the date as well. All right, so from here we are going to design the save the date as well. So with the save the date, we are going to use the same A5, Control plus N to create a new document, and let's select the A5, okay. And with the A5 we are going to draw the rectangle shape that we drew earlier, okay. Fill it with this deep wine color, okay. All right, so then from here we could have used the same dots that we use over here, but I have a new option. So using the dots wasn't working for me, that's why I changed the pattern at the back. Okay, so I ended up using this guy over here. So let me show you how, if you use that's how it's going to look like. So it was going to look like the same thing that we did earlier, but I wanted to make it have a different feel. That's why I used this one. So let's change this one from normal to color band. Okay, and you see what we are having, and also reduce this one between 35 to 40. I'll go with 35 and you can see the result. Then from here, with the help of the rectangle tool over here, okay, we can draw a rectangle, okay, just like this, to fill the edges. And also I'll increase the stroke value to maybe 10 pixels and change the color of this one as well. Then Ctrl A to highlight everything, and then I'm going to make sure this is in the center. Okay, then from here, I don't want any fill color inside, so I'll select my shapes tool over here, and then you have the options to the fill options here. So I'm going to select no color, and we have an empty space over here so that the background is going to pop through. Okay, then from here, quickly, we are just going to type the save the day. So just type in save, and let me change the color to white so that we are going to see. And also I will change the font to best life font over here, and I'll make it as big as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to make a duplicate. Hold down the alt key to make a duplicate and type in, position it over here, and then I'll also change this one, make a duplicate and change this guy over here. Okay, then from here, let's go to our source file. I have this amazing flower that I want to add, so let's position this guy over here just like this, and we can move it all the way down behind this shape that we first drew. Then from here, I'm going to add a gradient on it. So remember, we copy a gradient, so let's try to paste the gradient on it, and boom, we have this one. So we can also change the color of this one. Okay, Ctrl J to make a copy, and then I'm going to rotate this one, holding down the shift key to rotate in degrees, and I'll position it somewhere here. So voila, this is how the save the date is going to work. Then I'm going to quickly add this small text over there. Alright, so if I add the other text, that's the name of the people getting married, and also the name of the people getting married, and also the date. This is how it looks like at the end of the day. Please, both the save the date and the wedding invitation design is going to be on our digital store. Both of them is going to cost $30. Make sure you get this PSD file to help us in one way or the other, so that we can bring you videos day in day out. Until next time, keep creating and never give up.